Hi, let's talk about meditation. I love to meditate. It is my favorite part of the day. So why do we meditate? What is meditation? Why would we meditate? And the answer is to meditate. So we meditate to meditate. Okay, not very helpful, but it really can get kind of hard to use words when we talk about meditation because we're talking about presence. So just being present, period. So being present to being present. So even saying being present to something seems to kind of create this like separation, like our presence is somewhere and then now it's here or there. And sure, it is all of that and none of that. It's being present. It's being. So we could even remove the present. It's just being with being. So it's really great. You can't do it wrong. If you have the intention to practice meditating with your eyes open or closed, moving, sitting, lying down, all the different types of meditation where you're following your breath or chanting or using sound or an internal mantra or actually saying it out loud. If you're following a guided meditation, if you're in silence, if you're in darkness, there's all these different ways to meditate, but all of it is being. It is about presence, it's about awareness, it's about being with the experience of being. And so if we consider our life, if we consider being alive, that's it. Let's just do that. Let's consider life. Let's consider being alive. And what do you notice? What questions do you have, or what feelings does that call up? Or is that hard to do? Or is it easy? Or is it delightful and exciting? Or is it frustrating? All of that is okay. It is just interesting and worthwhile to focus on the act of living itself, which is really being here now, be here now. I love Ram Dass, and the be here now mantra has been so helpful to me in meditation. So it helps me personally, well, how much time do we have? It helps with so many things, but it helps me be really centered. It helps me be present and be centered, and to be with myself, my life, to be with life, to be with all that is, and to witness it, to allow it, to accept it, to wonder about it. Which is really beautiful because that's very opening. The art, the joy, the beauty of wonder and wondering. It's very, for me, very, very opening. Opening to what? Opening to life. Opening to possibilities. Opening to the unknown. Opening to newness. Opening to the known. Deeper depths of the unknown, a new experience of the known. So it's everything and anything, and all of this we can experience in meditation. So for me, meditating helps me to be so present to my life and to being alive. It helps me to be really centered and to be clear. It helps me to listen deeply to the voices, and there are many inside, and to get to know them, and to know my higher voice, to know my truth, my inner truth. And why is that helpful? Well, then I can begin to feel and practice when I am being and allowing this truth to be the driving force and to be the source of my life. so that I'm really coming from a place of wholeness and really coming from a place of love. That's a whole nother topic. So continuing to talk about meditation. A lot of times we think of it as a clearing of the mind, but it can be, sure, and it doesn't even have to be as limited as clearing the mind. It can be a noticing of the nature of the mind and of thoughts and of the relationship to our beingness and our life and our thoughts, and to notice the ways that we can engage or witness our thoughts. And so all sorts goes on when we're in meditation and we're just noticing our thoughts, or we are becoming really clear and then choosing a thought. And when we're doing that with presence and attention, what happens? And how is that different than when perhaps we feel like we're being assaulted, by thoughts like spin and monkey mind, it's a different relationship. It's a different participatory process of being the witness, being the source of life itself. What is the source of life? Meditate with that. Meditate. It is like going into the operating system and just clearing out any bugs, any old programs that are so outdated, and giving yourself an upgrade, So it is like tuning an instrument, and anybody that has heard anybody sing out of tune or play a piano out of tune or something like that knows that it is not so pleasant, that there is something that is so soothing about harmony, about being in tune. And then when we tune our mind, our body, our heart into harmony, then we're in tune with ourself. We're in tune with Source. And so that is when we can really experience flow state, when things feel easy, when we can feel the grace of allowing and knowing that just the truth, the highest possibility can come through us when we are clear and when we are open and when we know that that's possible. I love meditation. Meditation, it is changing the world. Actually, I was going to say it can, or it will, or it is. More and more people are meditating, and there's all sorts of reasons we might come to meditation. It might be out of absolute despair or necessity. It might feel like you're there's nothing to grab onto to stabilize or to get some relief from stress or survival mode, or just that fight. If it feels like there's a fight within or around you, it can lead you to meditation, to even the possibility of some relief from that. You might come to meditation for healing. So there's all sorts of studies and stories and accounts of the power of meditation on our biology, on our physiology. So it's really beautiful. It's a way to participate in our life by really caring for this instrument that plays the music of our life. And meditation is one thing that we can do. We don't need anything to do it. We could drop in right now, right here. I really want to do that, but I'm going to keep talking for a little bit. So it's something that is accessible to anyone and to everyone. And it's something that works the moment you choose to engage, the moment you choose to show up and try it out. So even if you are starting a meditation practice and it feels very frustrating or doesn't make any sense, it might feel confusing, it might even be a bit agitating, you might feel uncomfortable in your body. Perfect. Whatever is happening is perfect. The intention to show up to it, to try it, it starts working right away. So that discomfort, that agitation, that it's like a shaking up of the old stuff, the old ways of being, the old patterns, the things that are causing the stress or causing the body to be in survival mode, or the body thinks those things are causing it. But really, we learn that we have a choice. We have a choice. We are empowered. We can train, retrain, reprogram our body and our mind and our heart. So our heart's really generating and directing and allowing our emotions to move through. Our emotions want to be in motion. They don't want to be stuck. So all of these things are going on at once. And meditation is our way of being in relationship with all of that. And I mean, of course, meditation could be talked about for hours, days, months, years. There's books, records, going back as long as there have been thinking and feeling humans about meditation and ritual and ceremony and solitude and all of these things. So we can't cover it all here, but I just wanted to do the briefest of overviews of why we meditate, to get present, to, wow, I was just like overcome with stillness. It's really just to be still, to pause on doing, on thinking, on anything, and to just be alive, and to be with that. So yes, there are many benefits. You can't do it right, you can't do it wrong, it just is. And it's life-changing. So we will be doing meditations and the retreat that I'm offering in Portugal. And for the most part, we'll be doing guided meditations, and it's really can be a beautiful way to allow your body and mind to go into a very relaxed state, a receiving state, a trance state, and to allow yourself to hear and receive the guidance to take you into spaces and places and see what you find there and see what comes up personally for you, and to receive insights and to receive receive life itself through you, and then to work with that. So we'll be doing some different kinds of meditation journeys on retreat, and I invite you to join me. It is in Portugal in November, the 13th through the 18th. You can fly into Lisbon or Faro, but there's a lot more details and pictures and all the accommodation options, things like that, at the link below. I believe it's my website. You can go and find all sorts of information and register there. So right now there's early bird pricing, and it's first come, first serve on the rooms, so they're starting to be reserved. And if that calls to you, then reach out and we'll get one reserved for you too. Thanks so much. Bye.